Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Since the last video, not too much has happened. I think we talked about 1590 here roughly as target in the last video, which was reached, and now we are sort of moving up and down. Price action, I'm very honest with you, suggests at the moment that we might get another extension to the upside. So I've got 5 waves complete. I do have 5 waves complete, which doesn't mean we need to turn around now, but it means keep watching, right? Keep watching. It means the risk that we are now breaking down has increased massively. It has increased massively, even though when I'm looking at this now really here in the short term, that bearish engulfing indicates, okay, well, okay. So what it seemed like initially, it might get another triangle, but we might already have done the 1-2 of the way down here. Right? It's a bit unclear, therefore, be careful. I'd be careful, or I'd be watching this swing low here at 1568. We're going to talk about that. I think that is relevant to determine, are we already heading down in this wave 2 or not. I've currently labeled it as a 1-2. As you probably know if you've watched the previous video, this could also be something different. We haven't broken out above resistance. This could still be some kind of a corrective structure, and we will make another low into the yellow box. But I also highlighted to you, if we make another low into the yellow box, it will probably mean that we are going to break it. So for anybody, however, who followed the plan, I mean, you always have to have your own plan, but my plan was to buy down here, which I did. So I've moved my stop loss today slightly into profit. I always mention that to highlight also sort of my strategy, my thinking, because sometimes I then get the comments, right, okay, you say it could break down, what happens then, right? But the point is, I took a position down here, preparing already for the possibility we could move up. When we do it, I bring risk out, I take risk out by moving up my stop loss, and then if it comes down, and I can take a position lower. If it doesn't come down and it only comes down, makes a higher low, I can add up, okay? I can add to that position and scale up the trade into wave 3, which is eventually the wave ideally most people want to be in, because this would be the third wave of the fifth, and the third wave of the fifth is normally the strongest one. But again, there's no certainty in these markets. So yeah, we have 5 waves up. Let's just double check what were the targets for the 5th wave. So different ways of calculating, so the 5th wave of the first, yeah. So first of all, it's good to establish that we have 5 waves. That's important. It's also good to understand that the moves up were quite impulsive, which indicates that really the trend could have shifted. I mean, the short-term trend is certainly up, but is the larger trend already up again? Yeah, have we shifted from this wave 4 into this wave 5 already? And I think the price action currently at least suggests it. Doesn't guarantee it, but it does suggest it. And I think all of that is important information, especially that against this key support from Monday at 1465, I think we can now focus on higher. If we come down from here, then the wave 2 support is highlighted in orange on the chart. So it's the area between 1492 and 1529. If we get into this region, I will probably take a position, scale up my trade, my position, but would make sure I've got my stop loss set so that if we fall through here, I'll get stopped out, because this is a possible wave 1. It's not 100% clear because the wave 3 was a bit too short, but it's okay. It's okay. I think we can count it as a valid impulse. We've got 5 waves complete. So the wave 2 down ideally holds the 78.6 fib. If it doesn't, this pattern probably breaks down. That's why I want to get stopped out. It's all about probabilities, yeah. But yeah, we have a possible wave 1. This could still extend a bit higher. We're going to talk about that. If it does, I will have to shift this wave 2 support area higher. As you can see, the fib levels will move up as well. So then let's take a look at the target for the wave 1, and if it is already complete. So what we can do to establish targets is obviously the first way, and we did that I think in the last video, we took the height of the triangle. Yeah, that's how you do it, and you add it to the end of the triangle, which was here the 1580 level. Okay, so 1580 was the ideal target based on the actual measurement of the triangle thrust. What I also mentioned to you in the last video, and not only in the Bitcoin video as well, is that normally after such a triangle breaks, you get quite an impulsive move, and that happened. So it all adds up in a sense, yeah. It did even overshoot it a little bit, but in the end it came back to the target, so it's pretty much spot on here. Sometimes you get obviously overshooting targets in a volatile market like the crypto market, and bear in mind that these guidelines come from a time when there was no crypto, okay? So these are Elliott Wave guidelines, obviously, but obviously, you know, we are now in a leveraged market, you know, people use leverage. Crypto market is volatile anyway, but still it adhered to it fairly well. Targets for the fifth wave, other ways of measuring. So based on the triangle thrust measurement, this could be finished. We need to be on the lookout. It could be finished. Other ways, we take, in another way of measuring, is we can take the length 1 to 3. We go to the low of the fourth, and then we've got a few targets here. The 61.8 extension would be possible as well. So by the way, I think we talked about the 1583 target as well. It basically aligned with the triangle thrust nearly, and also here we reacted, yeah, the 38.2 extension target. Now, the 61.8 extension is a possibility as well, and that would take us to 1607. So keep that in mind, the 1607 level. If we get another extension up, I think 1607 will be a target. Or if we take the length of the wave 1, then we go to the low of the fourth. First of all, the 1-to-1 ratio pretty much aligns here with 1607. I mean, here we talk about 1603, but it's sort of, you know, difference is nothing. One more target would be the 1640 level. That is when we get a seriously extended fifth wave, 1640. But then at the latest, it should actually stop. Okay, so 1604, 1607, 1640 are all relevant targets. And at the moment we're holding here on a level, so we might be getting another triangle. So I wouldn't rule out we get another extension, okay, at this stage. But if we break below this swing low at 1568, then I think we're coming down in the wave 2, and you know the levels for that. So at the moment, you know, might have had maybe a very, very small 1-2 setup down there. This a 3, here a 4 again. So it might be something like this, another triangle, and then we get one more leg up. But be aware, we already start to see bearish divergences. Yeah, look at it on the 30-minute chart. We don't see it on the RSI, but we see it on the MACD. Lower high on the price chart, lower high on the MACD, but a higher high on the on the price. Higher high on the price, lower high on the MACD indicates bearish divergence, and that often happens towards the end of such a rally. On the 1 hour chart you see it as well. Not yet on the RSI, so we're getting a bit mixed signals here, but also here it's starting to lose momentum. So it could be really here either the end of a third wave, you know, maybe this is still a third, yeah, you can watch these levels. Be aware, this could be finished soon, but at the moment it's still reasonable to expect one more wave up, I think. Yeah, that's my update about Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.